Hello dear children, welcome to all of you for the physics theory online class, and I am Shweta Kallur, head of the Department of Physics in a Royal Palace PU College Jamkandi. Today we are going to discuss the new chapter, that is chapter 5 in a PU second year, magnetism and matter. Yes dear children, when the word comes magnetism, what you feel in a childhood, you experienced, everybody crossed with some incidents that some nail or some iron fillings were attracted by the one of the matter, one of the material. What is that matter? We call it is a magnet. Then the question comes, what is magnet? Yes, then today we are going to study about that magnet only. How the magnet exists in the nature and where it existed first, who found it, and what is the history of the magnet, right? See dear children, the magnet was discovered by the Greek people around 600 BC, and the name magnetis, how that name magnetis came? It is came from the Magnesia, that is the island of the Greece. See, the Magnesia is the island of the Greece. So in that area, Magnesia rock contained the magnetite, which is a mineral of iron. See dear children, in the beginning here what happened means, there was a lodestone. It is called lodestone. Its another name is lodestone or leading stone, and it is a naturally occurring ore of the iron of magnetite. That means in the Greece, that Magnesia area, they found a rock which containing magnetite, right? One day what happened, Shepherd complained that their wooden shoes which had a nails stuck to the ground. Actually Shepherd is a scientist, means who he went for a with the ships. That time he found that when he was walking on the rock, he was struck by the wooden shoes which were having the nails. Then suddenly he complained that, later he came to know that this is because of the attractive property of the magnet, right? Then they started all over the world. During that era, they started to discover, they started to do many experiments regarding the magnet. Then the attractive nature is the one property of the magnet, and the second main property is the magnet has a directive property also. That means whenever a long piece of the magnet, if you suspend freely, then it shows the north-south direction only. So that will be, you can see with the diagram here. See dear children, this will explain you how the magnet can attract the iron fillings around it, and this will show you how the magnet can give you the direction, that is whenever a freely suspended bar magnet is kept, then it shows the north-south direction, right? Then moving to the next part, actually in the earlier classes, I think in your lower class like 8th, 9th, 10th, you had a discussion over the types of the magnet, right? And what are those types? We should know the general things about the magnet here, right? So then magnets are of, mainly we are classifying as 4 types. One is a natural magnet, and it found naturally only in the ground, and where it is found in the rocks, and they containing the iron, that is lodestone and magnetite. And remember dear children, magnetite or a lodestone is the natural magnet which found naturally. Then next one, temporary magnet. What is the meaning of temporary magnet? Suppose assume there is a soft iron, right, and when you that rub with the magnet, suddenly that soft iron also behave like a magnet. It will also attract the magnetic materials, the like iron materials, but that will be for a short time only. That will be having weak magnetic field, that is why it is longs, means it will last only for the short time. That means, so little bit it may show the effect, later again it will go. So it is called temporary magnet, right. Then next one, permanent magnets. What are the permanent magnets? See, naturally we found that is natural. Now later the man started to manufacture the magnets, that is why man made hard iron is called as the permanent magnet. And see dear children, that permanent magnets may be heated even for a 2000 and above degree Celsius also, right. And next one, electromagnet. Electromagnet is also temporary magnet. When a coil of the wire is wrapped around the iron core connected to the electric current, that behave as a electromagnet. These are the basic types of the magnets. I think this is clear. Is it clear, dear children? Right. So moving to the next step, what is the shape of a magnet? Dear children, see, already we have seen or we have come across many shapes of the magnets, right. And the first magnet, the shape you can say it is like a bar, called it is a bar magnet. That is a ring type, ring magnet. This is a horseshoe type, horseshoe magnet, and that is a cylindrical type of the magnet, right. And next one, the magnet has the general properties. See dear children, whenever you want to study something, you should have the knowledge about the basic points which are involved and the basic or the fundamental things which are required to understand the concept very clearly, right. So the general properties of the magnet is what? The magnet has the opposite ends here. One end act as a south pole and the another act as a north pole. And next one, magnets come in a many shape. Just now I have shown you the different shape of the magnets. Their magnet is having different, you can see here again that only horseshoe, bar magnet and ring magnet, right. And the main important property of the magnet is that if you cut the magnet, assume it is a bar magnet, if you cut the bar magnet or any magnet into two pieces, remember dear children, again it is going to form two poles, right. So you can see that in the next, there you can see the diagram, and see dear children, these are the customized shape of the neodymium magnet. That means many times in our household or in electrical shops or somewhere like a TV, radio, camera and mobile, somewhere we are seeing, we can see these type of the objects, but we don't know what these are, right. So why, that's why I am showing you, these all are the different customized magnets that are acting very important role in our day-to-day life, right. Then what are the applications where we are using the magnets actually? See dear children, cylindrical magnets are using in motors, sensors, microphones and switchboards, right. Likely the different types of the magnets are using in the different fields. So this by this you can see where the magnets can be used, what are the applications, right. And moving to the next one, the commonly known ideas about the magnetism, right. The first point in that is, Earth behave as a magnet with the magnetic field pointing from geographic south to the north. See dear children, we all are staying in the earth, and earth is a beautiful planet in the universe, and that has the attractive property, and that earth only behave as a huge magnet. Why? Because already you might be knowing in your lower classes, the earth magnetism is because of the more amount of the iron, cobalt, nickel, like that metals and alloys of that are moving inside the core of the earth. When the charges are moving, it can produce the magnetic field. Because of that, earth is acting as a huge bar magnet, and the direction of that magnetic field is from the geographic south to the north. Is that clear? Yes. Moving to the next point, when a bar magnet is freely suspended, it points, yes, it points in the north-south direction. Just now I explained this. Whenever you are using a bar magnet suspended freely, that can give you the north-south direction, right? Then the tip which points to the geographic north is called north pole. See children, the tip which is showing, suppose assume this is a south and this is the north pole. If this tip is pointing towards the north of the geograph, then it is called a north pole, and opposite pole is called the south pole. This is the second point. Then the next one is, there is a repulsive force between the like poles and attractive force between the unlike poles. Already the same concept you explained, you already learned in the case of the chapter 1. There also you know that like charges are repelling each other, unlike charges are attracting each other. That is why same thing here also, the like poles will repel and the unlike poles will attract, right? Then moving to the next one, we cannot isolate the north or south pole of a magnet. So from the magnetic monopoles do not exist. See, this is the most important point, because whenever we study, we think that if the magnet is cut, it is divided into two parts, only a single pole may exist. No, it never. That is why monopole means single pole. If you cut the magnet, then again you are going to get a piece of the magnet again act as a north and the south, and here also the same, right? And the next point is, it is possible to make the magnet out of the iron and its alloy. Yes, of course, alloys. And the iron is the, as you know, magnetite is the ore of the iron, that only acting the main role here. So by the iron and its alloys, we can prepare, we can manufacture the magnet. Yes. And moving to the last, the diagram which shows here, see dear children, this is the earth here, right? And the magnetic field lines are moving from the geographic south to the geographic north, and you can see here how the earth also behaving as a huge magnet, that is showing here the effect of the attractive nature. And this diagram explains you the magnet which is made or which is cut into two parts, again it exists, it shows the two poles here, that is one piece again same as the pair of the poles here, north and south, north and south. If you cut this magnet again it has the, so the north and south pole. That means monopole does not exist in the case of the magnet. I hope dear children, today's concept went well and you can understand. If any queries, you can ask me, right? And keep in touch. Thanks for watching the video. Take care.